Hello, everybody, and wow, we weren't expecting to actually do a bonus episode, but welcome to a bonus episode of the Wavlength INTL podcast. We're calling this one the third grab bag because we didn't have one during season 2. So, welcome to grab bag episode number 3. The topics is just gonna be pretty simple and straightforward. It's gonna be all about Genesis because holy shit, I was under a rock this entire weekend and just enjoying time with my boyfriend, and I just see Genesis went like shit. I didn't watch any sets, but it wasn't even worth watching after I just heard everything that was happening. So
Dude,
we're gonna talk about Genesis. We're gonna talk about the new character, and then we're gonna look on more R2CS stuff because we finally had like the final tallies for everything for FGC and Smash, and then some quick, again, more suggestions to just improve R2CS. Because I'm gonna be honest, Outkast, I think a lot of people are
we're
they're kind of like, okay, this is not good.
cute.
What's gonna happen now?
You remember that Metal Gear Solid gif that you fucking showed one time? Yeah, that's me right now with Genesis. Like the dude clapping his hands as like fucking explosions are happening around him. That's quite literally me right now. Like it's
yeah,
so stupid.
Oh boy, let's just get into what was good before we get into all of the fucking bad.
You know what's crazy though? This is somehow a bigger W than Frosty's.
Is it? Is it though?
Considering how many considering everything was best of 5 and the setups weren't complete shit.
Is it though? let's take a look at everything.
It looks pretty close.
The last couple of times Rivals 2 was at Genesis, it managed to cap out. I think it was like 512.
Was it really 5?
I want to say.
Let's double check. You gotta remember.
I think that sounds about right.
You gotta remember though. Like 2025 at the start was a different time period altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Considering life shit happening. You know.
Yeah.
So,
but
there's a lot of factors.
That aside, though, 263 is still a really strong showing.
I still think we were the bronze medal.
I think we were too. Obviously, at something like this that's been Smash focused, we're gonna be the bronze medal. But it's good to know that we've came close to, kind of getting the silver medal. Not really.
Dog, I just want to see Genesis X2 really quick. What were the...
You want to see...
No, I got it on my screen. Because I want to see R2... Shit. Oh my god, dude, we also have to talk about R1. Yeah, it was 512.
R1 will be very brief because...
It's... Okay.
We already kind of talked about the brackets in episode 24. So we don't really need to go over that.
So we did hit the cap. We hit the cap last year because we were capped out at 512, and then it was like 252 in the first time we were at Genesis, which was Genesis X. So there's that.
I remember Genesis X also kind of having a cap too.
No, like we had the ceiling on us, and yeah, that's where it made. We'll get to top 6 in a moment, but yeah, that's where it made sense for top 6, and also Genesis X2 where we didn't even have R2CS. That's also where it made sense to have top 6. But yeah, we'll get to that whole debacle later on. But what do you want to start with?
The good. There were a lot of upsets that unfortunately couldn't get streamed because of budget reasons.
Yeah.
And I know this was a big complaint that I saw from Smashers because they're like, if only there were multiple streams. And honestly,
yeah.
I think it was just the Smash people that were complaining about it. I haven't seen like any complaints from us about like, not having more than one stream. I think we're just used to it.
No, for us too, like, I saw a bit of complaints, which is understandable, but at the same time, it stopped because of, like, it came out, like, yeah, no, the venue, like, the amount of expenses is, like, absurd. So, like, that's where we fucking stopped complaining.
Yeah, but so like Smashers kept going, which I get it. You guys are used to having like quad stream for both
Now you know how it
games,
feels.
but yeah.
What's up, motherfuckers? Now you know how it feels. Like, I don't know what to I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Or California is fucking expensive. It's
It
even more
is.
expensive nowadays. So that's just unfortunately how the cookie ended up crumbling. But that aside, there are some really hot sets that I am going to actively go back and see if people got either phone recordings of or if I can get VODs of them. Because like I said, I did not see any like Genesis at all this weekend, but I just saw like
I think
upsets after upsets after upsets.
it was definitely
that were
top
happening.
32 that was streamed. And then the later round 2 pools might have gotten streamed. Because I remember seeing... Which one was it for this shit? Go scroll down.
The only set that I saw briefly was Stango Mystery Soul,
Yeah, and then...
which I saw like a game of, and then I dipped.
Oh wait, no!
To do other
I
stuff,
fully
but-
saw the ass whooping Ron was dishing out the full stream. That shit was crazy.
Alright, this one hurts me. I had to go
That
back
was-
and watch this. We all know that we're rivals. Some of us are rivals one players here who
Holy
know how
shit, dude! He
coded full stream was, and also might know that Claire Mains complained about the Edilis matchup a fair bit in Rivals One. So
holy
the roles kind
shit,
of reversed here.
dude. That was okay to understand. Like why I'm like this is like, bro. Ron is such a freak. He will hit. He was hitting 85% of his tippers, and they looked intentional. And every time he didn't, he was just converting off of it. I don't know. Maybe Clarence can just sit down and fucking boot up the lab, which is rich coming from me, of all people. But when I say ass whooping, no, literally belt to ass. Like I don't know what to tell.
but-
I don't know what to tell you guys. Like that, like the Clarence that do complain about Edilis. There's like no fucking way. Hey, Alpsed, what's good? You contributed to today. In a good way. In a very good way. What else happened?
Yeah, we will get to what Appleseed said a little bit later.
I
but
saw-
this is upset central. So we had Mystery Soul over Stango in the game 5. Everything else looked normal. ZB beating Sandstorm
that
was
was
not
shocking.
on my bingo card.
I did
Then
not
we
see that
had
coming. Keeb full stream
what
also.
else?
I didn't know Keeb was gonna win that.
Keep 3-0ing Stango and then 3-2 over full stream for 9th. Was another really good one. Asashi, somebody we have not seen actively compete in a while,
In forever.
showing that he's back to form here. Getting a nice solid 13th.
That's also crazy because he also went over Darai, of all people. Like, oh man, what else happened? Oh, fucking Bird versus Cheesy.
Yeah, let's go back.
That
back
was
to
like
top 96.
one of the. Sashi allegedly had fun playing Rivals this weekend. Yo, good for him. Okay, so for those that don't know, Bird is a BC Rano, right? And then yeah, you go back there, fucking up against Cheesy Potato of all people. It was a 3-1. It wasn't even a game 5. God damn, bro. So like, to see that Bird, like, who has, I think it seemed like he struggled against Crag a lot. To see him now beat Cheesy, one of the best Crags in R1, and then it just kind of converted over to R2. Yo, that's some good shit, man. That's the type of... This is like a Cinderella level run, because you would not think somebody like
Oh yeah.
like Bird would make it through this far. And that's the type of shit like I like seeing, and that's also why people at the top shouldn't get complacent.
Bird
Yeah.
falling to Slide after beating Cheesy, but going on this insane run to get 17th, right?
Yeah, tied with Toothbrush in getting the highest placement in Rano for this bracket.
Absolutely. And then we also had Lucio coming back out, getting a nice, respectable, I want to say 33rd.
After 3 months of a break. Took a break for 3 months and then losing the capital.
Phantom actually falling short here to Cheesy.
That's where that was one of the things I was afraid of. I'm like, dude, Bird kind of just ruined Phantom's run, low-key. Because that is, like, imagine, like, you're hyped as shit. You're Phantom, right? You're hyped as shit, and then it's like, nope, I gotta fight somebody around my region to make it out. That sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately getting double eliminated by Craig, funnily enough, being ZB and Cheesy.
Oh my god. Yeah, 30 by... Oh, damn. I guess move on to...
Other than that, let's move on to
I also
top
saw
8 in air quotes.
I also think Cake Zeus was fine, and then Soul and Sandstorm was like, dude, fuck me, dude. That hurt to watch. I remember seeing that. And then
We're so close to seeing Galvin in top 8 again. So I wouldn't be surprised if either Mystery Soul or Phantom got back into a top 8 position again. It will happen.
Oh, that's another thing too. Bracket luck is a fucking thing, guys. It is a huge component. Sometimes you draw lucky. Like, that is like a thing that people refuse to acknowledge for some reason, is like the bracket luck involved.
Actually, I completely glossed over the other major upset that happened. B-Bats over Cake.
Yep. Was that seed 6-1?
I think so.
I
didn't even know that had happened. Funny enough, I was looking in Salt's Discord server and I just see somebody say, also, is Cake, B-Bats over Cake? I was like, B-Bats beat Cake? And I checked myself, I was like, wow, I am missing a lot.
So honestly, I think day 2 was fine, all things considered. Despite pools not being streamed, but that whatever, we're used to it at this point. And then fucking's where all falls down.
For real now. Now we can move on to top 8 in air quotes.
Okay. It still has.
You know what? The sets were fine.
The sets
right?
were good.
The sets are gonna be hard to find though, and I'm just gonna where's the circus music?
Yo, Michael Reeves uploaded.
Where's the circus music? Is it this one? I don't fucking know.
No,
here we go.
You gotta put on. Oh yeah. It is fun. No. Jazz. Pause it.
What?
Look up Independent Women Part 2. Just do it.
I the beat to that. Fine.
Just do it.
But,
just do it.
while I'm looking up that, yeah, Top eight was a clown show.
Am I
It was a
gonna
clown show.
it might get this flagged, but like, dude, I don't care. This shit's funny.
You don't care, bro. This is gonna go up on the channel.
It's on. Okay, part two. Just like the first 5 seconds. Yes, I'm being for real. Yeah. Yo, I get to finally show off like how fucking stupid that track sounds. I'm so happy now. Fun fact.
Yeah,
it's the exact same song as part 1. It's the exact same lyrics. They wanted to use this version as part 1 initially. By the way. So, yeah, fun fact for all y'all.
Yeah, just put whatever goofy song you want to put over this top 8 chat. My God, I heard that there was one. First off, the top 8 was 40 minutes behind. Which, how if you guys gave us a 9 a.m. PST start time, are you guys still behind schedule? Then one set happened. There were reported frame drops in the set between ZB and Sophie.
Oh my fucking god, dude.
So then they went to break after that set. And they were so behind at that point that people had to sets had to be played off stream, 1. And 2, people had to phone record them. So that way we have VODs. And apparently there was only maybe 2 hours in, I think there was only 2 sets that got streamed. Somebody can correct me on that. But we fought so hard for 10 years to get a top 8, only to end up having to go back to doing a top 6 anyway because of so many technical issues.
Dude.
And it was so bad to the point where they had to jingling keys the audience with a face of just Dan bouncing around on the screen. Like, what did we fight for top 8 for? If this was just gonna happen anyway.
That's still like unforeseen circumstances, and it's like it really made more sense to have the top 8 with R1 way back when, because you know what? You can run that shit on a fucking potato. Right? So,
and the other part of it is like this game still needs optimizations. We've said this song and dance so many times before, and there needs to be some sort of consistent offline setup framework that every offline TO can reference, because we don't have that currently, so that way we don't have to deal with frame drops constantly. But my god, just and then it gets worse. So everybody saw the shop being advertised, right?
Oh
but it
my
was
God,
the GX2 shop.
This.
And they never changed it to the GX3 shop. Then lo and behold, hours after Rivals 2 Top 8 was done and Beastly was declared the winner, this fucking pops up. Why?
I think this is more harmful than us getting top 6 anyways. I think this is infinitely more...
They should have been out prior to Genesis, guys. Come on.
Like, I don't
This
even
makes
know.
zero fucking sense. Why now are you saying, oh, you can donate to the prize pot now? This should have been out way beforehand. And if you knew the shop wasn't ready by the time the event happened, take the old shop link down. And this wasn't on here earlier. These teams were not on here earlier. What happened?
This is
I genuinely want to know what happened. I know how fucking hard it is to run like a gigantic event like this. They made a whole documentary on it, but genuinely what happened? This was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why would you release the pot bonus after the top 8 has already happened?
dude, man.
But that aside, if you guys want to donate to the pot, get a Genesis Galvin skin. Like make sure that the top 8 gets like paid decently enough for their troubles. But my god, what happened? And to cap all of this off, Beastly didn't even get the right trophy.
I'm being told that like it's always a ceremonial thing to do this, but like you gotta understand, like we never have cool shit like this, so we don't know. It would have been cool to be informed of that prior. Anyways,
I had to screen cap this because B-Bats ended up taking down this tweet because Beastly did end up getting the proper trophy after this, but I'm just gonna play it. I don't know what happened to the audio, but let's go back for a second. First off, there's tape on the trophy. And then second, and yeah, I'm gonna let's zoom in on it as most as I can.
he's the G9, he's the Genesis 9 Melee's double champion, bro. Like, come on. Hop off his nuts, bro. He's the champ.
I think, folks, this right here is the nail in the coffin as to not even why Genesis shouldn't even be our season finale anymore. This is the reason why we shouldn't even go back to Genesis in the first place. I think after 10 years of Rivals being at Genesis, it's time to just say goodbye. It's time to let it go.
Or
or
it could just be the starter.
True, it could also be the starter,
Or
we could just simply not deal with this shit anymore.
Or we could just not spend like $1,000 going here.
And I'll get into my proposition later for how future seasons should be structured. But if we're going with 10 months, like how season 1 was 10 months, and we're starting with Genesis, then at this point, I just drop this tournament outright.
I would just say
for 10 years we've had this as our season finale. It's time to put another 10 years towards a different season finale at a different location.
Heatwave.
So can you say that louder for the people in the back? Outkast?
Fucking Arizona. Heatwave. Go there for season finale. It should not be this hard. I feel like. I don't think it should be this hard. I think it's pretty easy. It's not even just our tournament. It's every tournament but Smash. Like, and that's the big thing too, because we fucking need our own space at this rate. Because let's be real here. Let's say everything did pan out, Jaz. Everything panned out. We make use of our time, the time allotted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say fucking they go over. They go OT anyways. What's the excuse then? Because
there is none.
Like, I feel like we're just getting hoed for fucking random. And I get it, the game's unoptimized, and I get it, PCs are a bitch. But at the same time, like, we had 7 years of Rivals 1. I think after 5, we should have, at least gotten a top 8. Evo is way less stable than fucking Heatwave. I'm gonna be real, Galaxy. Oh my god, dude.
That's just the most miserable way to cap off a season that was already very miserable.
It really just
But
encapsulates the entire season, high key. There are obviously bright spots like Fusion Plus, Collision, Port Priority, Heatwave. Those are like and Evo were like the high spots of the season. Dude, funny enough, even the fucking HBox Tuesday bracket was fucking better. Which is insane. That's an insane statement.
I can't even argue with you there anymore because like it's true. And we've all harped on the fact that we're fucking tired of the HBox brackets being on weekdays, but the Tuesday one was unironically better than this shit.
It was like unironically the best one he's done. even it was even better than the Saturday bracket. Oh my god, that is a statement. Wow, Galaxy. I wouldn't say you're lying. Like, that doesn't sound far-fetched. What Galaxy said in Twitch chat was, didn't one of the Genesis TOs tell Dan to his face, no one wants to watch Pixel Smash Bros? You know what?
All right.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? If that's the sentiment that a Genesis TO is giving us, we'll gladly leave because I think I'm tired of being here. I guess. Sure, why not? We'll gladly get out of your face. Like, spare you the time and the space.
I don't give a shit if it was eons ago. Like, that still happened under the same roof. Galaxy, like I said, I don't care. Like, I don't care when it happened. It still happened, and it was probably recent enough in his mind for him to remember, to even put it in his blog.
I mean, Dan's not even spiteful like that to remember shit like that. So who knows?
The fact that he did remember it, and it's in his blogs, like, that's crazy. You think anything will change in the last season? Oh, we'll get to Ludwig in a moment.
But yeah, before we share like at least before I share the 10 reasons that I came up with for why Heatwave should be the new finals moving forward instead of Genesis, let's go look at Rivals 1 because a certain Arizona former dev TO top 10 player.
Oh my god, yo, 6-0.
Capped off his time at Aether Studios with a win in Rivals 1. SBS, congratulations on winning Genesis.
Don't tell me he just dropped one game this entire bracket, dude. There's no way.
Hey, let's check. We see.
You cannot be serious right now. Guys.
No, he dropped one,
he dropped.
two.
Okay, he dropped another game.
Only 2 games dropped.
God, you guys can't be serious right now.
All right. In defense of the new gens, and I can't believe that's a sentence I'm saying, SBS has still always been good at Rivals 1. It's just that he had to invest more of his time into being Mr. Esports. His skill never left.
Come on, guys, fight back. It was the vets who did the fuck. Because Salmon's a Roa 1 vet. It was literally only the vets fighting back, guys. Come on, you cannot be serious right now. Come on, where's the new gen? Where's the new gen at? I thought we were in a great spot with this one.
Oh yeah, they also let Zeus get 9th.
Oh my god. I'm done. I'm actually just done.
Which Zeus, when I asked Zeus what character was he gonna play in Rivals One, he was like torn between Forsberg, Marlowe, and Crag, and it looks like he settled on the Forsberg, which I am more than glad to teach you Rivals One Forsberg, Zeus, if you ever want to keep playing the game. That is completely up to you though, because I can teach you how to beat Kelly. That is my former words are leaving my mind. Former co-owner of Wolfpack and one of my earlier practice partners. So I could definitely teach you how to beat Kelly.
Dude, alright, so, yo, Kitsune, what's up? Okay, yeah, you know how Zeus got into Rivals 1? Through Rivals 2. It's almost like, if you don't shit talk the sequel, you might get people to try out the game, and they could be a top player of said sequel. And thus, their audience can get to know Rivals 1. Maybe, if you did that, maybe then your brackets wouldn't fucking struggle in R1. Because I think getting not even getting half of the cap, or getting only barely over the cap, or half of the cap, is pathetic.
No, they ended up with like half of the cap after DQs, which is two less than they had last year after DQs.
Like, I'm actually sick of like the scourge of R1 shitting on R2, and thus turning off people from turning people from R2 getting turned off from trying R1, which I think is a sick game to move in. But it makes me not even want to fucking play it. Like, I'm actually, it's actually disheartening.
The
Like,
pipeline is there. It'll only prosper if you guys stop shitting on the game. But
it's
that's
not
a
even
song
just
and dance
that.
that we said so many times.
It's not even just that. Just fucking make the C word. Make just make shit.
Content.
Oh,
But
okay,
anyways,
yeah, okay. H cones, yeah, no, like I like the art style too, but Smashy Bro players fucking hated it and didn't want to take it seriously, so that's why we got R2. Like, that's literally just facts. All right.
all right, that's enough of Genesis.
That's enough of the bracket.
Very
Let's.
very symbolic that SBS won Rivals One, which is his favorite game that he was top 10 in. Is probably still top 10 in now, even after all these years of TOing, capping off his final time at Aether Studios with this. So, Steven, thank you so much for the past 6 years. Enjoy your return to dominance. I'm sure you missed it a lot.
Yo,
You know,
man.
you don't have to fly between events tired anymore.
Oh my god, dude, I hate seeing that picture. That picture where SBS is like at like what? I think it was Big House, and he
Yeah,
was just
it
like
was like 11. Man was knocked out.
he was knocked out on the chair. I'm like, dog, that sucks so bad. He gave himself a medal. That was so sweet. Oh my god, it's like the Obama picture.
Yeah, but everybody, please say thank you to SBS. TOing is the most thankless job out there. And I'm not even just speaking from my experience. I've seen how hard that man works.
Like,
So please make sure you give him a thank you.
I will say though, there are a lot of Genesis TOs that fucking tried to work with us. So like, I don't want to throw any of them under the bus. Like,
But moving on to the next topic at hand, why Heatwave as the season finale as opposed to maybe something like Super Fusion? Well, I mean, Super Fusion is fine, right? I have
that's a
no
good one.
qualms against that. I have no qualms against Collision. I have no qualms against Port
Port
Priority
priority.
either as being potential spots for the finale. But The main reason why I push for Heatwave over these other events is simply because point number 3, Heatwave's just been rooted deeply within the Rivals community for such a long time. So I feel like it would be nice if the premier grassroots event would also serve as the season finale. And if that's not possible, then the other good Smash events that did treat us well, that did give us a top 8, that did have good setups, are good alternatives as like a starting point. But the other big reason why I say Heatwave should be the end of the season is because, let's just say again, if every season is 10 months long, right? February in this case would be the start, which means, okay, you could do Genesis as your start, and Heatwave would be the end in November, since Heatwave's always in November. Why is November a good month to actually end there? Because that's right before the holidays, right? That's before Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all that, where people are going to end up having to spend money. So in those months between the start and the end of the season, you don't have to worry about flying out to an event in the middle of the holidays, right?
It's always
so that
at
would
the
be
end.
ideal.
It's always at the end of November.
But to add on to this, we can actually, I'd say we should probably shorten the seasons, honestly, right? I think 8 months is a comfortable length to run the season. Why? Because that's 4 months of off season. And in those 4 months, people can get their finances up. The devs can focus on getting their top 50 PR stuff done and not have to rush that. The devs can also take that time to, incorporate new stuff into the game without having it interfere with the meta. Basic stuff like that, right? So I think an 8-month season would be fine. That would put the start of the season at April, which I think sounds about right given from previous RCSs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that's also like 1 month prior to when R2CS Season 1 started anyway. And I could be doing my... No, I'm not doing my math wrong, because like, it's a 2-month gap between... 2-month gap between like February and May. No, 3-month gap. My math is wrong, but point is, I think
Season 1 start in May?
8 months,
I think so.
8 months is a healthy time.
So...
with Heatwave being the end.
May, June, July, August, September, October. Okay, so it started in May, but I think if you start in April, then it's 8 months.
So then my math was kind of wrong, I think.
Yeah,
but well,
if you
you guys get the point.
If you want 8 months, you start in April. If you want 10, I guess you start here. Yeah.
Which ideally, I think after February is when people probably have somewhat recovered from spending in the holidays. Don't quote me on that. I'm still struggling to find a new job or any sort of part-time job, but I think that's fine in that case. But anyways, the other reasons why I advocate for Heatwave as being the end of the season, biggest one, no Smash. And no Smash means we don't have to deal with ult and melee players saying that it's our fault that they're behind. See, my roommate approves, guys. My roommate approves.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we also don't have to deal with the constant when's melee and the transprobes and homophobes in chat. And I bring up that point especially because of the shit that happened with Salt this weekend.
I don't think Salt should have to make a whole fucking tag. And then there's like gonna be one smartass out there that's gonna be like, oh wait, her? As in like the R&B artist? That's her favorite R&B art. That's Salt's favorite R&B artist, right? I know a motherfucker's gonna say some shit like that.
But for context with that, the official Genesis account, they, them, Salt, when Salt's pronouns are she, her, and she really does not like that shit. So she was forced to put her tag in top 8 as just her. Which again, she should not have to do that. And she doesn't have to deal with that playing Rivals. Right? She's able to comfortably play Rivals without having to deal with that shit. And nobody should have to deal with that shit in general. We have plenty of top players that are trans.
And even then, like, even if you have the need to ask, like, you could just fucking ask. If you're not sure. And you don't have to be weird about it. I feel like there's a lot of, like, fucking pussyfooting in Smash for whatever reason when it comes to shit like this. For whatever reason. Like, I don't get it. Like, are they really stuck are they really just stuck 20 years in the past?
There's probably like a deeper issue there with Smash that we don't really have time to talk about tonight, but anyway. Another good point. Heatwave is one of the few times where all 5 game modes of Rivals 1 and 2 are present, so that nobody is feeling left out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You have your Rivals 2 singles and doubles, you have your Rivals 1 base singles and doubles, and then you have Workshop.
Hell, we could even probably run Squad Strike if we really fucking want to.
I'd be down to see Rivals 2 doubles be replaced with Squad Strike at some point, but
no,
actually,
you can run both. You can run both if we get more support for Heatwave.
Possibly. But I'd also just like to see more crew battle stuff in general.
Especially with how this shit went. Like, if they had Brawlhalla level money, we'd have our own super... Golly gee willikers, bro. I wonder who could help us get Brawlhalla money.
It's definitely not Ludwig, right?
Like, golly gee willikers, bro. Anyways, keep going with your lists. I don't know how many we went through already. All right, yeah.
We're almost through all of them. Heatwave will always get continuous dub support, even with SBS no longer being a part of Aether Studios. Again, Heatwave is so deeply rooted into the Rivals community that there's no way it's not going to get dub support in any sort of capacity. All right, so there's always that's always lovely, and but these other events have like Aether Studios dub support. Why does that point matter the most? Because again, it feels more at home, right? That's what makes like continuous dub support of this a bit more special. The next point that I had was more reliable production team that is familiar with how to set up the game. What I mean by how to set up with the game is like how to ensure that the stream setups and all the other setups in the venue are running smoothly with minimal stutters or no stutters. Cameras, knowing when a set is over, knowing when a game is over, etc., etc. Because not every production team that we're going to get is going to be familiar with our game or just Smash in general. Case in point, Gommel.
There's also another point is that every Rivals game has a chance to shine, and is like also Roa 1 is notorious for controller issues. So it's good to have people on standby.
Absolutely. And honestly, the AC Rivals community is just full of nothing but vibes.
Yeah, fucking
I couldn't
amazing.
really think of like a strong like a strong like ninth reason, but like the one time that I was able to attend Heatwave because I got flown out from via the TO compendium. AZ is such a beautiful state. I got to explore around there. The AZ Rivals community is so fucking funny.
Oh,
It's just like you walk into a scene full of homies. And
oh yeah.
I'm not trying to put down any other scene here, right? But but like that is not my goal with that statement at all.
It's
There's a
just
lot
that
of
you've had
lovely
better
rival scenes out there.
experiences. You just had better experiences in AZ. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, and it seems like they big up both games.
Oh yeah. That's another point that I actually wanted to put on here, but I wasn't sure how to word it.
They
Is
big
that
up. They uplift both games, both R1 and R2, and they're not being purposely malicious with one or the other. Hey, there's a reason they're in the Rivals 1 credits. Wait, that's actually crazy.
but those are the 10 reasons that I was easily able to come up with why Heatwave should be our season finale as opposed to like the other events. Um, I do not mind if something like Fusion, Collision, or Port Priority were the finals. This is all assuming if Heatwave being the final stop on the R2CS path is something that's not feasible, right? And a lot is not feasible. One of the things that Outkast had said like many months ago is that a lot of these majors need to downsize. We need to go back to like grassroots because we're in a point in time where we have to stick with grassroots until things get better.
Yep. I'm like, I don't know if it's just you or me or anybody else in chat that feels that same way about like I feel like we really don't need like the big like for it to be fucking grand anymore, considering we don't have any sponsors, considering sponsors don't fuck with Smash for like various reasons, right? We all saw that list. But yeah, no, like if we're gonna be tagging along with Smash, we're in a shit position right now. For good reasons.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate trying to like break away from Smash. That way we can finally have sponsors of our own. When people just see, oh, this a plat fighter? Oh, is this like Smash? Oh no, we don't want anything to do with that.
It's unfortunate, like, but it's really come to that. Like, that's just my opinion.
It's unfortunate, but I think in the future, once we fix a lot of things about R2CS, that potentially the sponsors will start coming back in
All right. Yeah.
a lot faster. But on that note of things that need to improve from
Oh
R2CS,
wait, do we want to talk about this, or do we want to talk about how Ludwig could have helped? Are we?
we can briefly talk about that, but there was a lot. There was
Hey, yo,
a
it's
lot
you.
more. There was a lot more things that I wanted to input as to what needs to be fixed for seasons moving forward. That Appleseed just summed up perfectly.
This is what we've been saying. Jaz said it first, and then me and Tech thought about it. Basically, me and Tech thought about it too, and Shadow. We're like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, this is
But
some good shit.
we all agree that the sets at Genesis were amazing. For it to be a season finale, it was awful. So
Now, as a starter,
these are the list of reasons that Appleseed put down as to what needs to change for the second season. And I recommend you guys to boost this to high hell because this is shit that we've been saying for a long time that this needs to get across to the devs crystal clear that we're not gonna settle for mediocrity. We're not gonna settle for a half-baked circuit. We want something that's good. We want something that people are going to want to look forward to and go to, right? We want something that's a lot more serious so people take us seriously.
Yo,
But
fucking bars.
point number one, more transparency on the event schedule, which yes, why do we should not have to go look at Steam to find anything about the schedule of the circuit.
This is
That's unacceptable. That's gotta change.
I literally made a whole ass video.
Something that I talked about in the previous episode or the previous 2 episodes ago, a tier system, and I will gladly bring it up again. Now that I have something that's a lot more concise.
Again, with the tiering system, it is such a double-edged sword, though. That is like the only issue I have with a tiering system.
There are some things that we are gonna have to pull from Smash to give our stuff a bit more structure.
Okay, change that voucher to
one with Smash.
Change the voucher to fucking Heatwave.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like, no, fuck this shit, bro. You wouldn't make it entry based? What would you make it then?
And I'm curious I want to hear people's feedback on what I came up with, because this is good. This is us as a community coming together and coming up with something that we want to see from the devs. So if you do not agree with my proposition, that is fine. Tell us what you want to hear.
Tell us that we're wrong for this if we're wrong. We don't preemptively ban, we don't time out or ban people for giving advice.
Oh my god. But this is the type of tiering system that I want to see, right? It may not be the same thing that Appleseed wants to see, but we both agree that we want to see some sort of tiering system to kind of legitimize stuff. Because there were a lot of people complaining about, oh, Purge wasn't that top heavy, and it counted the same as something like Evo.
No, Evo had a higher fucking percent boost. No, it's like better comparison's Gommel.
Fair.
Genesis and Evo have like a booster attached.
But that's something that we need them to like elaborate on. How does this booster get applied? What causes the booster to get applied to certain events over others, right? That's kind of like where the tiering system comes in. Because with the tiering system, you're able to see, okay, what is causing this to get boosted higher and be weighted higher. Pretty much.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause you really quick.
I like this suggestion. R2CS in-game shop. RCS had a yearly compendium shop that funded the circuit through merchant skins. Let's bring it in-game, like the Overwatch League shop from Overwatch. A cosmetics tab, real money only, directly supporting circuit events. More revenue, no FOMO, everyone wins in the end. I agree with this because the thing that was said about the RCS skins, or at least some of the RCS games, it's like mainly the basketball Rano ones, is that they'd be rotated into the shop at some point. We don't know when that some point is. So there's still people probably missing like LACS Rano. There's still people probably missing out like I don't know, Frosty Frostings Rano. Whichever skins aren't purchasable in-game.
Jazz, I'm gonna pause you really quick. So the reason why we have an issue with Steam being the main news point, right, is they don't put it in the game. Like when you boot up the game, right? You know how you have like you can point and click on shit? There should just be a slot always for the tournaments. I shouldn't have to go through Steam updates to look at like the schedule. There should just be a perma slot when you boot up the game. Of like saying like, oh, yeah, tourney, like check out R2CS. We'll click this. You can have that in the Steam updates, but that shouldn't be the only thing. Or there should be a trailer for R2CS, like perma in there, because this is such a competitive game, like from the get go. We don't get pop ups. It should just be included in the game, like it was for R1. Or it shouldn't just be Steam. It should be fucking Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, fucking posts. And
I'm literally right. I'm right here. I can literally make you guys your fucking splits graphics, right?
I don't know how hard.
If you want to show your summer split, I can make that. You want to show the winter fall split, I can make that too. Like it's not that hard to reach out to the numerous talented graphic designers and artists in this community. None of us care about the money. We just care about visibility.
They need to pay you. Is like that's the problem though. They literally have to pay you, and they can't. Golly gee willikers, I wonder who can help out with that. And I'm gonna keep saying it.
Shit, I'll gladly take $1,000 from Ludwig.
Oh, sweetie, nah,
I'm a fucking broke college student, but anyways, optimization,
you have white on your
prioritize
beard.
fixing local controller connection. Yes, guys, Evo is how many months away now? It's in June, right? It's 4 months away.
Yep.
If we like Appleseed puts this perfectly. If we see a game restart on the Evo stage, we're done. We can't have that happen on the big stage again.
I don't think it happened. Even then, like we beat the time. Despite if I don't know if there's a game resetting, but we had somebody leave the stage for 25 minutes, and we still beat the time.
More events outside the East Coast, yes. We have this running joke of R2 ECCS for a long while.
Impossible. No, it must all be in the East Coast. That's where all the talent is, Jazz. You don't get it. You don't understand.
No, we need to balance it out between East and West Coast evenly throughout the entire season, and not just have the first half be East Coast, the second half be West Coast. We have to balance that out. I think the way that the season ended, how we went from
East
LMBM,
Coast.
We went from East Coast to Midwest with Frosty Faustings to West Coast with Genesis. That's how it should be.
That's or do it the other way around.
We don't have many Midwest events to go to. Just have it go back and forth between East Coast, West Coast, but East Coast, West Coast if possible. We need to even it out so people can travel.
I don't know.
There's so much talent in this community, and it sucks that they can't go to stuff. Everything's restricted to one coast. And speaking of more events, host Rivals 2 at furry conventions. Furries love Rivals at Aether. This is very much true. I've heard people say that when a furry convention had Rivals 1, there's 50 people that signed up for the bracket.
Dude,
there's an online tournament that happens every now and then called the Average Andy Invitational.
Oh
it's just a bunch of furries. It's just a bunch of furries playing the game.
Oh my god, dude! That was a genius fucking idea from that person, bro. They have the foresight of a fucking wizard. Also, we're probably gonna see that more often now, Jazz. Don't you worry. Because they have 2 infinite money glitches.
Oh yeah.
They got.
We'll get to the first one.
No, the first one's the VR one. That's the first infinite money glitch, Is it like
Or
20?
the second one I meant. The second one I meant. Then.
Isn't it like $20 a piece for the fucking models for each one?
I have no idea.
Dude, if it's $20 a piece, bro, they literally they have an infinite money glitch. I don't know what to tell you.
The thing that still pisses me off about VR chat is the fact that they can do custom colors for that.
I
But that's
I don't want to talk about it.
What's a complaint for another time?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. Let's move on.
And then
that's
we already talked about this. We already talked about like Heatwave about this Rivals only season finale.
It's not okay. Back on Heatwave for a second. It's not just our bracket anymore. It's literally every other plat fighter that is not Smashy Bros. And that's a huge W. That's like Heatwave is not just our event anymore. It started with us, but it's not our event anymore, and I want people to understand that. And
that was one point that I neglected to mention, which is that Heatwave showcases a lot of indie games, and I think that's fucking amazing. We need more events to just showcase the indie games of other plat fighters. Hitfall, please take notes. It can't just be only Rivals anymore.
And that's I'll elaborate after you're done this.
Yeah, but the final thoughts from Appleseed. I love this game. I'm hopeful for this future. I wouldn't moan about my problems with it so much if that weren't true. But they all need to be addressed sooner than later, or we're just going to be getting more problems on top of the ones we already have.
And that's the thing too.
Absolutely agree.
That's the thing too. If nobody says anything, then nothing gets said. That's why we started this. I know we bitch a lot, but dude, nobody is talking about this. Absolutely nobody. I don't like that. There's not enough people talking about shit oh man, why doesn't Ludwig actually do anything for the game? He's only done about 3 things. Or man, this game is hella unoptimized. Why isn't it why isn't this fixed yet? Why do we keep getting shafted at Smashy Bro events?
Appleseed brought up another good point in chat. The Rivals esports social media channels do need to come back. Why did they abandon those? That's how a lot of people got their information for stuff with Rivals 1 when they made that account. We gotta bring that back, guys.
Bring back Stats of Aether, guys.
That too. We need anybody who wants to talk to Cyberhex and find a way to get Stats of Aether back, because that's also, it was such good content for Rivals 1 that we desperately need still. But overall, season 1 of R2CS,
there's a lot of highs, there's a fuck shitload of lows, bro. And I'm not talking about the online weekly.
I think the final record for Smashy Bro events and FGC events is that FGC was what?
You had one L. You had one L for FGC.
4-1, and then Smashy Bros is 5-1. 5-5.
Yeah, no. So I think there was Evo, the CEO, Combo Breaker, Frosty Fast. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It is 4. So we had 3 W's, and they were huge W's. So
3-1. That's fun.
Yeah. Only a quarter percent is an L. All right, and then what's Smashy Bros at? So you got, what the fuck we got here? We got
too many, including the HBox ones.
Okay, well, HBox had 2, and then 2 at the first half, and then another 2 in the second half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking the other 2 in the second half were W's. I don't know what to tell you. The other 2 were just L's because it was on a weekday late. Right? So that's okay. So that's you're starting off bad with 2. Then you had fucking Supernova. I think Supernova on its
Oh
own
Lord.
counts for like 2 L's.
If I see Supernova on the circuit one more fucking time, I'm actually going to crash the fuck out.
I think we're all
Please
crashed.
stop going to Supernova.
Like unless Mr. Mogul Moves can fucking guarantee us like better setups, fucking a better fucking top, like actually guarantee us top 8, then I don't want to ever see us there.
Daniel Fornacy, I am being so dead ass with you. Stop going to Supernova.
Please,
Stop.
please, Speed, I need this. Like I don't want us to ever go back. Like Jesus Christ, dude. I rarely actually beg for shit, but it's like I'm begging. Please, no more Supernova unless we get treated better. You don't even know if it's
Which
coming back.
who knows when that's gonna happen, but
Dude, if it does come back in that same location, maybe then like you can actually get some good food. Cuz it's an
what other
IKEA.
Smash events we had? Riptide was alright, I guess.
Okay, Riptide was a
Collision was
dub.
amazing.
Collision was good. Okay, I think it'd be easier
Fort,
to count the
Fort was
W's.
amazing.
To Gommel kind of sucked. Okay.
Gommel was an L.
So we have 4 L's so far, right?
They probably are like 5-5 or like 4-6.
So 4 L's and then like Genesis and then yeah. Yeah, I think they are 5-5. Appleseed. So
good job FGC. Hopefully we can get to more of your events. Oh we included CEO.
yep.
We included CEO.
Yeah, no,
But
like Appleseed. Only Frosty's was an L, and like it's not even because of just Rivals. No, just because of the event in general. Like Rivals aside, like the water getting spiked, and then the venue smelling like shit. I think that's just grounds alone of like dog. No, just please no. What the fuck, bro? That's crazy to me. But yeah.
all right. That'll do it. I'm probably going to compile every single suggestion that we have for R2CS into its own separate thing. Maybe if assuming my GPU doesn't stop shitting itself, but we shall see. But that's all that we have for what we want to see for R2CS moving forward. I really do hope that the devs take into consideration what a lot of the community is saying, and they're able to bounce back from this, because this was not a good showing at all for the start of this game's lifespan.
Oh yeah, I will also say like allegedly we as a community voted for top 8. By the way, to start
We the top players in the top player grind server.
That's like another fucking problem that if that ever comes up again. Actually, no. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it now. Okay, so I get it. Only asking the top players, that makes sense, right? That makes complete and utter sense. But also, you gotta understand, the top players are not just this community. Y'all don't even fucking spawn and stream like to do streaming, to even do videos for this shit. Like a good chunk of y'all don't even attend your own locals, if you have any.
Unless you're in Tri-State, but I can't speak for every single region.
Or you don't even promote it. Like doing the bare minimum. of that. Like, you don't speak for everybody in this shit. So, but I get it. It makes sense to only ask the top players in your fucking server. Like, do you want to start an hour early for just to have top 8? But also at the same time, I would have rather had us like just eat the top 6 and just fuck it, and then just fuck off. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. At least now that we know that us trying to have a top 8 went this abysmally.
Like, I would have just rather I don't know. Like, I guess I'm like psychotic in that way. I don't know. For just being like,
no, it's like completely fair, because top players providing input on everything is not healthy for the community, and I'm sure Dan knows that.
Oh,
so that's why we have to. That's why when I see like people in Zeke's server being vocal about stuff, and I remember Esme being like, "I'm just a low level player. Why does my opinion matter?" I was like, "No, your opinion does matter. It doesn't matter how good you push buttons. Your opinion does matter."
And that's another thing people refuse to fucking acknowledge. This is technically some level of politicking. And this fucking... And, like, it's literally everywhere. And no, don't go around saying, no, it's not like that. No, it is. And that's just a fact of life. You can try to fight it, but at some point it just evolves. So it's you're continuously trying to fight it. And that also makes me sick that people don't like acknowledge it at all. I hate that. I fight that shit. I like constantly see it at work, and to see it in my fucking hobby, it's insanity. Because that's really what this is to me, like a literal passion project for me.
All right, but to end off this grab bag and to showcase the other positive thing that happened about Genesis, Slade Simps, you can shut up now.
I'm upset. I'm even upset at this. They didn't go with my infinite money glitch idea.
They'll probably give it to you.
No. The infinite money glitch is you just give Slade a shirt. You just cover up his abs, cover up his nips, right? And then you make all his skin shirtless. What?
Guys, I think Outkast wants Summer Slade badly.
Okay, but you can't deny that my idea would work, because literally everybody would pay money just to take his clothes off. I remember somebody got outraged saying, like, man, we gotta pay to put clothes on APSA?
Let's just watch the trailer.
I feel ignored. I feel like you're the top player now, Jaz, and you're ignoring this part of the community. Yeah, you.
Me? No, I'm just a little timid to these people.
Nothing better than a clear sky and smooth sailing. Hasn't always been that way, though. I was born and raised on the Polakai Islands, which received the blessing of the tree tears. But one day, the tear of joy vanished, so I shipped out to bring the scallywag home. Got a mite sidetracked in Julesville, but found a few good mates for me trouble, and more than a little treasure. Miss Search then led to Godai Delta, but she'd be surrounded by a storm. Even I am not crazy enough to sail through. But now, I'll set anchor in Merchant Port. And while I'm there, plunder a bit of loot to tide me over. pirate's life for me. Another one walks the plank.
Wait. What's the summer and fall characters? Let's how it.
Another one walks the plank.
This guy.
Yeah, anyways. That brother has melanin, yep. Pretty much. Oh, it's the same voice actor for Arcane? What? Is that... Wait, are you for real, Appleseed? That's crazy. That is genius.
Yeah, I remember like in the game's credits, which I don't think people even look at that.
Oh my god,
it said that
dude.
Slade and Arcane had the same voice actor.
That is
They
funny.
might have changed it up since then, though.
Oh my god, dude. Man, if there was a moment where we really thought Roll 1 players might actually try Rivals 2, they're not now.
Oh my.
What? And yes, I'm gonna vague post. Like, what of it? I'm not gonna put it in the episode.
But why Outcast? It's Shovel Knight 2.
Oh no, it's nothing related to do with the game.
Anyways, Slade, Shovel Knight 2, also kind of a mix of the links. I'm not sure which link. I don't know why there's three of them.
Toon Link.
He's supposed to be more like Toon Link.
Apparently. I will say.
You know what? I guess so, because he's got the grappling hook.
Yeah, no, I will say though, yeah, no, that's actually crazy. That's a crazy spoiler to throw in Dungeons. From Dungeons, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to this real quick. So this isn't going to make sense unless you played Dungeons of Aether. So I'm going to say this right now: if you have not beaten Dungeons yet, mute the stream real quick.
Or mute the VOD. Or skip the VOD.
But
yeah.
I'm giving y'all 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Let's go through this again. So, in this portion of Slade's journal,
Found a few good mates for me trouble. And more than a little treasure. Miss Search then let...
this, if you guys don't know, this is Randall the Necromancer. Dead. Because Slade, Fleet, Artemis, and Hamir all ended up having to fight Avarum. And in the process, they ended up taking the breath of life, which is what Randall had on him to stay alive all these years. Because Randall was one of the original guardians of the little elemental gems.
Damn, bro, it's almost like the Aether lore goes crazy. I wish they elaborated on it more.
Oh yeah, me too. But play Dungeons of Aether. It's still pretty fun.
You're getting Hamir in 2029. I can feel it. Yo, fuck. With how the funding is going with this game, I'm not sure. Golly gee willikers, I wonder who can help.
Then the next thing...
to Godai Delta, but she'd be surrounded by a storm. Even I am not crazy enough to sail true.
So
this is in reference still to the end of Dungeons of Aether, where Slade was leaving Julesvale. But then turned back to Merchantport. Because he saw Merchantport was on fire.
Oh yeah, it's happening at the same dungeons is either a little before or happening at the same time as Rivals of Aether 1 story?
Dungeons is happening at the same time as Rivals 1 story.
Okay. God damn, Last Stock, you were hella quick. Dude, like, look at that.
I know, I saw it earlier. It's funny. Which, for those that have not played Rivals 1 story, I like this little detail here where Zetter's wanted.
Yeah, because he just sets the entire place on fire.
Yep. And Orcane ended up rushing back to Merchantport after he saw it on fire before he went to Godai Delta. So Slade doesn't know that, but we do. So it's gonna take Slade a little while longer to find Orcane and bring him back to his homeland. But yeah,
Yep. Yeah, it's because the Orcane, like Abyssal Orcane, stole the fire from Fire Capital, or stole the torch, and if they go long without the torch, they lose the ability to use fire. Okay, this is the thing that people are bitching about. I'm calling it a Phoenix down because I think that's funny.
Guys, I can guarantee you the Phoenix Feather is not going to be broken. The way that it works in Dungeons of Aether when you're in challenge mode is that you only get revived, I want to say, once per the entire run. In the normal story mode, though, I think it works only once per battle. Per area. I could be wrong on that, but please do not overreact about this. It's not going to be as busted as you think it is going to be.
Crag, Pillar, and Rotto Bubble are more busted than this shit, I think. And I think Slade keeps the percent if he dies with that wing. And it's also the highest costing thing on his fucking chest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it gonna be busted in doubles? Probably.
Oh shit. Okay, they might have to ban it from doubles though. That's the only thing.
But it's like if it's a once per match thing, I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, so please don't panic about this. It's not going to be as broken as you think it is. But the other neat thing that we got to solve, the grappling hook, which means we're gonna have Zares alongside items.
Yo, I just had a thought. Since he's like SK, right? Could you imagine he just loses all of them? Like all the items when he dies. Yo, Devil, what's good? So, like, let's say he gets the grappling hook, right? And then he dies. Then he has to fucking buy the grappling hook again. Because it seems like it might be easier to get cash than it is with SK. At least I hope so.
Maybe we'll see. No, I'm gonna assume that this is his neutral special, kind of akin to how
Pac-Man.
Either Pac-Man or I was thinking Molo. Either Slade's neutral special works like actually no, it does work like fucking Pac-Man. I'm
works
blind.
like exactly like Pac-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm blind. Ignore me. But Pac-Man neutral special. SK shop. They definitely were honing in on like items character. Now the fact that Slade has this in his hand kind of implies that we might also be getting items when Slade releases as well.
April 7th.
Mm-hmm. So that would be really cool to see that.
And
you can finally throw stuff. I hope that
this
throwing stuff also extends to stuff like Crag Rock, Lorena Chair.
This is the scenario, like, an ideal scenario me and Tech were talking about, where they drop the mode before Evo. So that they work
I don't
out...
see why they wouldn't drop the mode before Evo.
No, but like you get what I'm
that's
saying
the
though,
perfect
right?
opportunity.
You get what I'm saying though, right? So that when people go to fucking buy the game after Evo, it's like, oh, this thing is actually, the modes actually fucking work. Y'all didn't, they confirmed that? No, that's what I mean. That's what I'm going off of. I'm like, yeah, this is the ideal scenario. Like, yeah, they drop, like, prior to knowing about Slade being the item character. That's what we were hoping for.
No, what else is there?
Oh wait, Slade got recast. He's not Orcane. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so because originally it was the same person, but they changed it up.
You know what? He was probably a filler.
Since then,
he was probably a filler to see how he would sound with some of the lines, probably.
Maybe I can see that. Because you know we know the dubs like to throw people off.
The VA wasn't gay. No, the VA wasn't, that didn't have melanin. Because it also kind of makes sense that they make they make Slade Jamaican. But yeah, his items though. So we have Boomerang to start.
He has a shuriken. He has a shuriken that we saw got thrown out. He has a water droplet, which I think...
We don't know what that does.
My guess is that it's the water droplet from dungeons.
But that heals
But I don't
you,
think
no?
that's... I also don't think that's possible because they put all of those elemental gems back into the door that they were sealed in. The door to seal Averum.
Yo, unless he stole it.
Probably. Very much possible because that's just Slade. Boomerang. Every fucking Link main probably screamed
I know Synth and Beast
at the
MD
sight
did.
of this.
Dude, that's so odd. It kills off the top. Oh, see, it does have a hitbox. Oh yeah, he also has Dancing Blade. I don't think we went over that, but okay, the wing people were saying is probably is like a third jump. Is like what people.
We'll see what it does. Because that was the only thing that was not shown in this trailer.
And that's good that they did that on purpose. They purposely left out the droplet and they purposely left out the wing. So we don't know everything about Slade. I don't know what move this could possibly be.
It's either gonna be down special,
Ledge
or something
special?
else.
It's ledge special? Really? Damn.
There's no, you're not gonna have enough time to pull this.
There's
shit
no
off.
way. You're giving up so much
If it's
control.
ledge special.
Okay, why does the rod make it so that like his dare goes down?
No clue.
Whatever. And then yeah, do you think we're gonna get Zers?
Probably, because if the grab was replaced with a tether, so we might have Zares.
Okay, taunt would make sense actually, Kitsune. Good eye.
It took me a bit to finally know what the 800G item is. That's the Earth Earring.
Oh.
I can't remember off the top of my head what it does, how it functions in dungeons, but I'm gonna assume it's like different from dungeons to here.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, Appleseed's right. It would mess with the air grab button map if we got Zers, unless there's just an option.
They might just add the option. They might just add a Zare option, or they might rework the air grab button a tad bit to accommodate for Zares. We'll see what they do.
Again, we don't know how hard coding is, but I don't know, man. That's a toughie. But yeah, and then also what his last item that we see is bomb. In which case, it feels like it works like the Malo's cherry bomb in terms of knockback.
Looks like it. And this is the same bomb that we saw in the Dev 2026 preview.
Ooh, wait, that's also a good point. Raster has like a special button, like a special mapping just for him specifically. The invert option.
Oh yeah.
So that's not out of the realm of possibility.
A pirate's life for me. Another one walks the plank.
Yeah,
Galaxy,
Slade Sims, you got what you wanted now.
Yeah, okay, speak of the S word, I'm gonna send you something.
But as far as like the
Check
final
your
two
DMs.
characters for, all right, as far as the final two characters for this year, I hope not. I hope neither of them are fire character. We're good on that. I think it'll be like
Give me
it'll
the
definitely be an air and water character for sure. There's like no way it isn't gonna
Yeah,
be because
we
they gotta
went
they
to
gotta
Earth.
even out the roster on the CSS.
We went 2 Earths for the first year. See, Galaxy, what you did. Okay, again, I'm gonna keep repeating it, Devil. I know you're here for the first time ever, but I need them to, for Malo, to have one bomb on screen at a time, please. And then like that's the other thing I will beg for, is that specifically for Malo, because I fucking hate how people played Malo in R1 aside from one player. I fucking hate flood the screen on flood the screen with bombs. No, Jazz, you want to put that thing on
I'm not putting this shit on screen.
Why? It's for the people.
No, no. I
That's what Appleseed said. Galaxy, show this game. Go to more furry conventions. We have an ambassador in Spiker.
I'm not showing this shit on screen.
The people are demanding for this to be shown on screen, and this is where we're gonna leave it off.
Oh my fucking god!
Come on, this is
whatever, man.
This
Whatever.
is the happy ending.
Whatever.
Oh my
man.
god! See, this
I
is
quit.
why I said put the pirate shirt on him, just so that people would spend money on the game.
I quit.
Okay,
I
devil at most maybe 2 on screen at a time, and then like because he had unlimited bombs. Oh my god. Dude, they also gotta make Malo slower. Low key. That's another thing. Wait, we didn't talk about that. Slade is hella slow.
Which is interesting for me because in Dungeons, Slade is supposed to be the speed character. So that's interesting that he was like running kind of slow.
Dude,
I'm getting this shit. I'm getting this shit off of my screen. I hate you, Galaxy.
okay, wait. Actually,
getting
no.
this
Wait,
shit
wait,
off
wait, wait,
my
wait, wait,
screen.
wait, wait, wait. Let's like hone in on that for a second before we end. Fleet is also hella slow on the ground. That's the second Dungeons character we're seeing that's slow as shit. Like, what is up? What's up, dude? It feels like Lorena's faster on the ground.
That's a good point, Devil. It could be the wing could be a speed item.
Yeah, no. I hope the wing's a speed item. I'm not gonna lie, because that shit looks depressing. Watch Hamir have the fastest. Then he's actually just Crag 2. Because
You
Hamir's
mean
a
Crag 3.
no. Galvin is Crag .5 because he's a dinosaur.
Crag point 5.
Because he's an old fuck. And then if we get Hamir, then he's actually Crag 2. I still would want fucking Hamir to have like the Fishbunjin recovery, where like he throw like or like a recovery route where you know how Fishbunjin throws his barbell and get back onto stage that way. Hamir to just throw the hammer like that.
I could see it. I could see it. Me personally, I want Artemis.
I'll
in
take
this game,
Artemis.
but I gotta wait. I gotta wait until 2027.
I'll take Artemis over Eliana. I'm gonna be fucking honest. No, but like Fishbunjin actually just like throws if you throw his barbell the opposite way, he gets some momentum. Yeah, so Hamir wields two hammers, right? Am I correct, Jaz?
Yeah, he wields two hammers.
What character would bring in the most hype? Oh my fucking god, dude. Yeah, because Galvin was a sleeper. Low key. Everybody was just surprised. It was literally... I think Slade could have been that character for EVO. To be revealed at EVO. Who in the roster can do it? Because I don't think Sylvanos. I think it's quite literally Hodan left. Well, people will just like Hodan for appearances. But that's their other fucking bazooka. No. God, no. Dude, no. You want people to quit the game? Bro, yeah, put in Eliana right now.
But anyways, I think we reached a good stopping point.
Yeah, we're not over a ridiculous amount. It's an actual... Oh, wait, no, we are. Never mind. We're at an hour and 42. Let's go. You want to take a question?
Yeah, we got time for like one question. If anybody has one. Galaxy, I hate you. I hate that you're right. But I don't want to make that the fucking
Oh my
thumbnail.
god, dude. Fuck you, Galaxy. I'm already doing a thumbnail like that. No, Dan counted Lorena as a returning character, so... I don't know what to tell you. Oh, wait, we didn't, Okay, wait, actually, if you don't have any questions, the reason why I'm upset at the whole Ludwig thing is, like, bro, he literally not one tweet about Genesis. At all. Not one anything. Well, I'm not even at this point. At the bar is in hell. The bar is in hell so much so that like I'm just asking for a tweet from Ludwig for promoting a tournament, a big tournament, because that is an achievement. We got top 8 at Genesis, despite how badly it went. Why didn't you fucking promote it? He brags that he owns this game. He bragged incessantly over it. So I don't get it. And for people saying I'm such a hater, bro, wipe off the fucking white off your face. Like, I also find it weird to defend a millionaire.
Alright,
he uploaded Twitch Rivals, and in which fucking Plup carried his ass. Anyways, moving on. Alright, who was first? Y'all know how to suggest a character skin? I have no idea. Probably in the note board.
Yeah, unfortunately, the note board is the best way until there's like something like Make Your Mark that comes back. Say we got a brand new event for the season finale. Should it be open bracket or invite only?
Open. It should be an open bracket.
Hear me out on this one. Hear me out on this one. Both. Because what I think that they could do is that it's an open bracket that obviously still counts for top 50, but I think it'd be cool if like the top 8 in point standings all got to play in like an invitational type of bracket. I think that'd be cool to see. But it all just depends on like, time, money, and space.
Yeah, that's the whole other problem, but okay, we did say one question, so yeah, that's unfortunately going to be it. I'm not going to end the Twitch stream, but the YouTube stream is going to be done.
All right, well, thank you all for tuning into this bonus episode. For real this time, we will be back
around March.
With season 3 in March, like Outkast said. But until then, have a great night, everybody.
Peace. Alright, YouTube stream is done. And I don't have work